Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Father's Day podcast. All right, we're going to do a rundown. I like lists. I've done lists before. We do lists often when we do these. And we're going to do a list of the underrated TV dads and shows out there, all right? Now, every time, if you hear that squeaking, that's our dog. Good job giving him the toy right before we do this. All right. Anyway, hey, why are you trying to talk? This ain't your show. Anyway, all right. So, okay, when you hear about dads from TV shows, when people do the question, when people do the question of who's your favorite dad from TV shows, you always hear about Cliff from The Cosby Show. Well, not so much anymore, but that's a different story. You hear about my favorite, Jason Seaver from Growing Pains, played by Alan Thicke. You might hear, I can't remember his first name all of a sudden, but you might hear about Keaton, Mr. Keaton from Family Ties. Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's another. Dan Connor from Roseanne. So you hear about a lot of those, but I'm not going to keep going on and on because you know those. Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, that's another one. Red from That 70s Show. These are some that get mentioned often. But what you don't hear about is what we're going to tell you. That's the underrated. The underrated shows and dads out there. Or that's kind of what we're doing, a little bit of a theme that we're doing for this Father's Day that we've been hanging with. So we're going to keep that up. So we're going to start with Boy Meets World. That's a popular one. A lot of people stream that. A lot of people have fun with that one. So we're going to start with Boy Meets World. Alan Matthews. Alan Matthews is a really good dad. He's caring. He's nice. He's attractive. Got a good wife, good family. Gives some positive advice to his kids and all, and he's there for his kids, but he works hard and runs the grocery store. Just overall a good role model, all right? So Alan Matthews is a good, underrated dad. All right, another one is Michael from My Wife and Kids, played by Damon Wayans. Good, underrated dad. When you think of the black dads from TV and people talk about, like I said before, Uncle Phil, or they'll talk about Cliff Huxtable, even Sanford from Sanford and Son, you don't hear about Michael from My Wife and Kids. It's kind of a forgotten one. All right, streaming on Hulu. Check it out. My Wife and Kids, great show. All right, Step by Step, HBO on now Max. Played by Patrick Duffy, plays the character Frank. Another good one, highly underrated, really good dad, goofy, macho, and it all comes together. Great stepdad also. So Frank is a good one. We got from My Two Dads, classic from the '80s. I mean, a lot of these are from the '90s or the early 2000s that are forgotten, but everybody forgets My Two Dads. With Joe and Michael, all right? So that's one. Greg Evigan and Paul Reiser playing those. You got the fun dad, the hip, happening, crazy artist, and then you have the uptight suit, I forgot what he does for a living. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, so Joe and Michael, so you got two for the price of one. Man with a Plan, one of our favorites that we're doing right now that we're rewatching with Matt LeBlanc from TV's Friends playing Adam. I like this character way better than I like Joey on Friends. I'll just say it. Might be a hot take, but I'll say it. Man with a Plan is a fantastic show. I'd recommend this show to everybody. We got on the ball late after it was already off the air and caught up in reruns and streaming and things like that, but it's fantastic. We love it. All right? Still Standing, another forgotten one. Forgotten from the early 2000s with Bill. Bill, who, all of a sudden I can't remember his real name. Mark Addy. Mark Addy plays Bill, all right? I'm surprised I remember that. Anyway, British guy, but playing the American dad, very lovable. He's got Jamie Gertz from the Lost Boys fame as his, you might remember us reviewing that for Halloween. But Jamie Gertz playing the beautiful wife. It follows that beautiful wife and kind of chubby husband motif that was playing around. I mean, even cartoon Family Guy does it, and Simpsons. But Simpsons might have been the one that kind of started it, or Roseanne, one of those kind of started it. But it continues with that. Bill is fantastic, and that's all I got to say about that. Baby Daddy with the character Ben. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, Jean-Luc, or whatever his name is, right? He's not a good dad. He's often trying to leave his kid. He rarely ever hangs out with his kid. He hangs out with him like 2 seconds, and he goes and does something else. The show centers around him and his dating life and his work life. It has nothing to do almost with his kid. It's not even about him juggling his kid with his other life because he just kind of leaves his kid with whoever and goes and does whatever he wants. All right. However, it's a fun show. It's a good show. He's a terrible single dad, not like me. but he's funny and he's cute, and so we like that show. All right, so that's a good one. Raising Hope, Jimmy. Raising Hope, another one. I'm going to let you do commentary on it. I mean, you can jump in anytime you want, but you can jump in if you want already, or you can wait to the end. Go ahead. What do you guys say? Baby dad.
Ben just eats his baby. Bye-bye.
And pretty much just chunks it to whichever relative's around. All right. Raising Hope, we have Jimmy. Another single dad, not necessarily a great one. Once again, it's kind of focusing on his life out when he's trying to raise the kid, but it's once again always leaving him and going out doing stuff. But he's like a caring dad, so more of a caring dad than Ben is. Where he's not always trying to dump his kid off, but still it's kind of about that. But still a good show, still funny. Yes, Dear. This is probably my favorite of the underrated dads, but I'm gonna lump them together. That's Greg and Jimmy. And I think these two characters are hilarious. You have the macho, sloppy, out of work Jimmy, and you have the uptight, snooty, pompous, even arrogant Greg, who's good working and prissy and pristine and things like that. But they make it work. It's a fantastic show. It's like my favorite of the underrated shows. My favorite of the underrated dads. Definitely recommend everybody checking that out. Definitely a good watch for Father's Day, for any day. All right. Now, who's some dads you want to talk about? Oh, Jim. Jim Belushi. According to Jim, that's another good one. Forgot about that one. Another one of the fat dads. And Grounded for Life. Grounded for Life. Another one with Sean Finnerty, and he's another good one. Once again, chubby wife, beautiful wife, chubby husband. But it works, and it's another great comedy. Grounded for Life. You need to check it out. Get the DVDs. Watch it on streaming. Find it somewhere. It's fantastic. That's another good one. So what do you got?
Hi.
Just some of your favorite dads. You got to get better at this if you're going to be an actress.
Probably my favorite one of them that we talked about is probably My Wife and Kids, actually.
You like Michael from My Wife and Kids?
Yeah. And then
that is a shocker.
Probably my second favorite is Jimmy and Greg.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about Adam, Man with the Plan? I know you like him a lot.
Yeah, I like him.
Or is it more the show, not him? You really got to work on your script.
Well, I like him. Yeah, he's probably my third favorite.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So those are your underrated. Who's your favorite of any of the TV dads? Is it still those, or do you go for Dan Connor or Jason Seaver from Growing Pains, or who? Just anybody. Red from That 70s Show. I know you don't watch those as much right now. My Two Dads, some of those. Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. Or just sit there and not say a word and let the clock keep ticking.
I forgot which one I was going to say. It's probably the same. I just can't remember. No, Growing Pains the second Adam.
You remember him? He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get that show again so you can watch it. It's a crime it doesn't stream somewhere. Also, we did do a couple movies. We always do the movies. Just quick reviews on those, and that's why we call it the Rundown, Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. We don't call it Maverick and Dempsey just pontificate, on one topic for half an hour. But we watched Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger rescuing his daughter, played by Alyssa Milano, from Who's the Boss fame, rescuing them from the terrorists that kidnap her. And what do you think of Commando?
I liked it. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right. And that's a movie where it's really just shoot 'em up, blood, guns, and some good one-liners from Arnold when he's blasting people. So that's cool. And then we also watched Instant Family, which is one of her favorites, where Mark Wahlberg and his wife, played by whoever, I think it's Rose Byrne, I don't know. But they adopt a family of kids, a teenage daughter and a preteen boy and a little kind of just post-toddler little girl. and very heartwarming, beautiful movie about adoption. It's funny, it's comedy, it's got it tugs at the heartstrings though as well. What'd you think of Instant Family? I know it's one of your favorites.
Yeah, it's really funny and it's kind of like a tearjerker, and it's funny how much they struggle with the kids.
Yeah, because we know most people don't struggle with kids. That's Hollywood, right? Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I think that's it for Maverick and Dempsey's rundown this week. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see y'all next time. Peace.